Hello everyone, thank you so much for joining us. My name is MG Govia and I'm joined by Luis Rendon, and we're your host of Digging Deep, a podcast by ORWA, and we've already finished the 90 days, so Luis is coming on board and he's official. I'm really proud of you. You've done a lot of great stuff already.
Yeah.
We'll share with you a little bit of what we've done in the last couple of weeks as well as what's coming up. So let's just talk about how things are going now that you're official.
Yeah, I feel like July was a little, let's say chaotic a little bit.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
A lot of stuff going on. My family was a little sick under the weather, you know, with 2 kids and everything they get from the daycare school. It comes to you.
Yeah. I was scared of you last week.
Yeah, well, this week I was like, I think Tuesday. That's what the day I was like, I can't operate anymore. I'm like a machine sometimes, but when there's oil needs to be changed,
you're down.
You're down. Yeah. But overall, was pretty great. I can highlight the Hispanic event that we had, the job fair. That was pretty cool with the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce.
Yeah, unfortunately I missed out on that, but I know it was a good event. I know there's a lot of people there.
Yeah, it was pretty community oriented. We were able to at least to spread the message as much as possible. It wasn't, like we said, our target, like we mainly like
it was more like families,
but still it's good to provide that information and it kind of just pass the word. I mean, it's I feel like our job with the Spanish outreach is gonna take baby steps until that community is well informed and educated. So that's a challenge, and I'm ready for it. And
well, what we did on the other side, right? Like obviously, ORWA is
more established.
Is a little established now, but what we were doing to get to the general public, I mean, we have commercials and stuff like that, which is cool. But now we're branching out. We're going to have ads on Spanish newspapers, trying to look at radio and television and stuff like that. So that'll be really cool. But just not even 10 years ago, dude, we were working at the state fair, and we have a booth in the state fair, and people would be walking by, and I'm like, hey, have you heard of ORWA?
Yeah, pretty much that's what I'm doing,
And they'll be like, the radio station? Yeah. Like, they had no clue who we were and everything. So that was a long time ago, and we did a lot to get the brand and the name out there, and I think we're making some progress in that aspect. And so we've already kind of been through that, so hopefully it just replicates in the Spanish world and just takes off just as easily.
And it should. I mean, it just takes time and effort, and it takes repetition, I guess. Just do it every year, being consistent. The article that I have with Josue just came out, so that's going to be a good way to inform people as well about what we're doing and what we're going to provide in October.
For our listeners and me, can you remind me which newspaper is which area?
It's El Nacional de Oklahoma. It's the Hispanic newspaper in Oklahoma City.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's where your article and they're going to have a video.
We're going to have a video, yeah. So the article came out today about just what ORWA is and about our Spanish Safety Day in October, and the video is pretty much the same, just a little longer. That will come out, I think, in 2 weeks from now.
Very cool.
And
so if you're looking for that, the article will be on August 1st. So just click around, Google it. We'll also have some social media shares as well.
As soon as I have the digital version of the article, I'll probably just post it on our LinkedIn and people can see it. It's Spanish though, but you can always translate.
Exactly. And then if you do have bilingual friends in your network, let them know. And then if you haven't followed social media or followed us individually on LinkedIn, those are great opportunities for those connections in case you have quick questions or just want to be able to reach out to us. So feel free to do that. We're here for you to help you with all your damage prevention needs. That is really cool. Did you see the article that Haley wrote about
on the scoop? Yeah, that was another one. That was I actually told her that the other day. I was, hey, that was a pretty cute little nice piece of what we're doing and the whole outreach efforts that we're trying to do. I think we're doing what we're supposed to do. Old school mixed with new trends of nowadays, social media and everything. So we're gonna get there. I think I'm very positive. We'll have a better understanding and how to do things better or what to change once we do the Spanish Chef today.
And I'm proud of you for reaching out to other marketers and people in the industry as well. So we're figuring this out from some of your connections and something like that. So I don't want to give anything away on this podcast, but look forward for some partnerships, both in the Spanish community and some other things that we're going to be doing. So it's going to be really cool.
Yeah, and sometimes it's like, for example, yesterday we were talking about how to promote it through social media, then that guy that we talked about, Jorge Hernandez, who owns a PR company, he was like, hey, I do Facebook Live for community events, and I'm in charge. I just want to help, and that's a good way to like use them as a collaborator.
Exactly. He already has an influence and a following, so let's use that. And then I'm looking forward to that. Promoting the Spanish Safety Day that's coming up in October.
October.
Yeah.
It seems far, but we're kind of right there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's time to start promoting it. We should have the final details worked out within the next 2 weeks. If you're not following our social media, please do. A lot of cool details there coming up for those events.
Yep.
The last couple weeks have been really busy for us. You've been working on their Spanish outreach and those efforts, but we've had a couple of training opportunities. We did our virtual safety day just last week. We had over 125 people total over 4 sessions. You and I knocked out an hour and a half workshop just talking to ourselves in this room.
No, go ahead. What was the joke they were talking about? It's not co-ed, it's
it's not co-ed, it's co-host.
That was me, English 101. I was like, co-ed is when it's like,
But we're ready for our co-ed soccer team. So we're good. You're like, I'm going to start recruiting this weekend. So no worries there. But yeah, we co-hosted the workshop. We got a lot of good information out there. This virtual safety day may have ended, but if your organization or company would like us to do a dedicated training, whether it's a webinar, if you don't want us to travel to you, or if we can set up a training where we come in and present and do a classroom style instruction, we would love to do that. So if you want to take advantage of that, just email us, education@ok1.org, and we will set up everything you need to do to get that set up, and it's free. It's totally free. So that was a really good event. We had a great safety message from James Cross that was well reviewed. It's on our YouTube. We had Randy Snyder with the Oklahoma Corporation Commission kind of go over the damage prevention efforts that they're doing. That is also on YouTube. And then we had our friend Jason Bullard with Henderson Safety go over confined spaces. And so he did the confined spaces webinar, which was really entertaining. Every time he presents, I learn something new. So I really recommend that. Just because the workshop involved links and stuff to online tests, we're not publishing the workshop onto YouTube. But again, you can just reach out to us and we'll be happy to set something up for you. Or the online course is always available for you at ok1.org/training. So the virtual safety day success, we made it through that. We also went up to Stillwater for the ORWA Expo. Do you remember that?
Yes, that was pretty neat too as well.
Yeah, it was your first time at that kind of event. And we had our table, we were handing out all of our swag and everything, and then I can't remember how many attended the breakout session that we presented. It was around 40.
60.
Oh, wow,
60. Yeah. So it was a good crowd.
Yeah, and so we appreciate the Oklahoma Rural Water Association and their partnership with us, and we continue to work with them. Just like ORWA, we have networked with the Department of Environmental Quality, or DEQ, to provide DEQ credits for those who work around municipal water or water systems. So if you're needing that, again, reach out to us. We can facilitate that for you and get you some credits involved. So that was a big event, and now it's kind of like take a breath. We had about 2 weeks to start promoting the future, and in 2 weeks is Tulsa.
Yeah, Tulsa. Yeah, I'm looking forward. I feel like it's been a while since we did our last official safety day on site.
Yeah.
It'll be pretty cool. I mean, you said it's kind of like the big closure of the safety days for the year, right?
Yeah, exactly. We were on tour all year, and Tulsa's the final.
We were like Taylor Swift. We were like, I know, in tour like
just like it.
Yeah. Just as massive as Taylor Swift.
Yeah. I'd settle for Travis Kelce, but I'm shooting for Taylor Swift.
Or Coldplay. For those who don't know the joke.
That would be awesome. But yeah, we're getting out more and more. What we're looking for, Tulsa, we already have over 50 registered, and we're a couple weeks out. Usually we get close to 100, if not more. Last year, I think we looked at it and it was around 150. Looking forward to working with the city of Broken Arrow and Tulsa and those around that area. They always come out in big groups. So we'll see just exactly where that lands, but looking forward to it. And if you haven't been to one of our safety days and you're up in Northeast Oklahoma, okexcavationsafety.com is the site to go and look at all the safety days, including that Spanish safety day that we were just talking about that's coming up in October. And we finalized quite a bit of it. We're making sure we know where we're going to be for the actual venue, but we should have that locked down pretty quick. Looking forward to hearing Oscar Melendez give a keynote on working with crews that speak multiple languages and where everybody is.
I want to also listen to him for the first time as well. I want to see how he does stuff. I mean, he has a ton of experience, so.
Yeah, he's a great dude. I actually met Oscar, I want to say 4 years ago, and he was presenting at up in Enid at Autry Tech during their safety week. And I went up there and I listened to him, and one of the phrases that he said that just makes a lot of sense. He was explaining how he showed up for a tailgate meeting with his crews, and the crew kind of split up. There was the Spanish speaking, and then there was the English speaking, and they kind of partnered off and kind of grouped up. And then the safety guy who was giving the tailgate message jumped into the back of the truck, talking down to everybody, just like telling everybody what's going on. And so Oscar kind of blends in with the Hispanic workers and the Spanish-speaking workers. And everybody's nodding their head, going along with everything. And all of a sudden, Oscar just taps somebody on the shoulder and speaks in Spanish. I'm like, are you getting all this? And the guy was just honest. He's like, not everything, right?
Yeah.
And that's when Oscar was like, hey, this has to improve. You're only as safe as the person who understood the least. Right? And if you want to be safe, everybody has to understand everything. And so that was really eye-opening to me. Part of the reason that we started making the push to find a bilingual liaison to help us, because I agree with Oscar completely. And there are times I'm out there and I'll go to present, and even in those moments when I have a translator or something like that, I know there's something's lost. Yeah. Like it's just going to be. So again, really glad that you're here. Looking for that Spanish Safety Day, and I think Oscar's keynote will be really impressive for everybody. So look for that information as we get more information as well. Okay, so the other thing that we've been doing is working on our learning management system.
Yeah, that's been pretty interesting too as well. I'm learning. To be honest, I didn't know what that meant, LMS, until being here and kind of learning from scratch how it's all transform and how you actually need to work with a company to create that and all that stuff. So, okay, wow, I thought it was just
and big
straightforward.
Yeah, big props to Steven, who not only does the editing and producing of our podcast, but he also is the one who's taking the lead on our LMS design, and I'm really impressed. We're just throwing stuff at him, and he's keeping us in line. I got an email today, like, you need to do this stuff, right? So looking forward to that. Our anticipated launch date of the new LMS should be by January. It will be by January, let me put it that way. Thank you, Steven. But the process has been really great to kind of refocus this.
There's more people also on hand. I mean, that can help them get it done faster.
Exactly, and the first time around, I mean, a lot of our content's 4 or 5 years old. So it's not that it's wrong, it's just a better way to present it.
Okay.
Yeah, so looking forward to that as well. During the process of putting this stuff for LMS, I was thinking about how we make sure it's really digestible and make sure everybody can understand it pretty easily. When you're looking over the content, what was some of the things that kind of caught your eye and was like, oh yeah, we could change this up to make it a little bit easier? Because I know that was the first thing that I noticed. I was like, yeah, you're right. We can make that better.
No, I mean, when I saw the first script and we were discussing it, I was like, because obviously, completely honest, I didn't know what to expect or because I'm not gonna make any big change because I am so new with the terms still.
Yeah.
Terminologies. So I was like, okay, I'm reading it, I'm understanding. So I was like, hey, green line, easy to understand, pretty much. That's how I mean, in one or two paragraphs with information in it, I would like, maybe change it up a little bit.
Yeah.
But to the degree that it's still both ways can work.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, and not necessarily like you have to pick one or two. It's like, hey.
Yeah. And that's one thing that we've appreciated about the edits that you've provided. You remind us, English this is the second language, but now I understand it on this level. Yeah. So that means we should think everybody can get it on their first try. So I thought that was a good perspective to have on it.
Because, for example, if you can't understand it,
right.
Most likely, I won't understand it. I mean, so if it's, obviously, because you're trying to word it to where it's easy, like you said, it's easy to digest and do the performance of, doing the whole, because the whole training and blah, 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 blah. So when I see it, I'm like, well, I can see myself sitting down and doing it for the first time and not having that many issues.
Yeah.
So.
Well, in case anybody forgot, you did pass the current LMS on your first try.
I did, yeah. So, give me some credit for that.
Yeah. I don't want anybody to be sitting here going, well,
I barely knew what I know now.
Yeah, exactly. So we're looking forward to everything that's going on. This year's been a whirlwind. It's kind of crazy because October, the Spanish Day is going to be there, and then November and December just have been traditionally slower months. So we want to get as much knocked out over the next couple of months just to make sure we're in front of everybody, because I want to be slow in November, December too, selfishly, right? Your family vacations, holidays.
And that always happens. What do we expect in October? Like, just more on-site stuff?
Yeah.
Like around the area, or
exactly.
Webinars, or
so hopefully our listeners are hearing us and we're begging for work to do. So feel free to email us, let us know dates in September and October that we can get together and do some trainings.
But it's mainly just, I know we have an OSU training. That's like on October 11 or 12, something like that?
Yeah, I remember Brandon hitting us up. That's going to be a good class. It's part of the fiber builds.
I think you picked a Wednesday, right? I think.
Probably. I kind of like Wednesdays, break up my week. And
so, I agree.
So that's probably
it works
what
for
it
everybody.
Yeah. So I think that's what we did, but that's going to be a great class. It's for a lot of fiber installers, the ones who are digging trenches and putting in fiber everywhere.
So it's just us?
Yeah.
Just us, just OK11 or?
Yeah.
Okay.
OSU IT is putting an entire course together, so we're not hosting it. We're going to go and do our part of it, but then they're going to talk about excavation and all this other stuff. It's not one of our safety days, it's their course for those workers. So it's really cool. The other thing, how have we talked all about October, but we forgot to talk about August 11th?
OK11 Day.
Yeah, and A11 Day, August 11th. And OK11 is co-hosting the Oklahoma City Pipeliners Club meeting. That'll be August 11th, which is a Monday. That evening at Social Capital here in Oklahoma City over by Scissortail Park. It's a really cool place. Thanks to my friends at Social Capital, they're going to open for us. They're usually closed on Mondays. So they're opening just for this event, a private event for us. So again, social media, emails, just Google. Find that, register, come join us. I'm going to be doing a very casual A11 discussion. I'm going to be talking about the history of A11, where it came from, what it does, just a big general overview. And then some specific information to help those pipeliners out with their responsibilities when it comes to A11. So it's going to be a fun event. And if you don't know anything about Social Capital, great beer, great food, and then you get to hang out with all of us who work at OK11. So it'll be a good event. Awesome. Yeah. So we pretty much just promoting everything
on this episode.
Yeah. So one thing that I did want to kind of touch base on is our goals for the rest of the year. When we are looking at September, because September right now, we do have a lot of promotional stuff, but we don't have a lot of activity stuff. And so that's the month that if anybody's like trying to figure out when to book us, September is pretty wide open right now. So please reach out to us and get that squared away.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So over the last couple of weeks, any questions pop up? Anything that's been difficult?
No, the only thing, I had a rough week with being sick.
Yeah.
Now I'm better. No, I had the day with the locator.
Mm-hmm. Tell us all about that.
USIC IC.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I don't know what I was like.
You know what
help?
it is? And this is just a little, nothing with government or anything. It's just USIC, which is it always tricks me. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I went on a ride with a locator. His name was Irving, and it was awesome. Just, you know, I kind of just a full day. He was taking me to different places, just to, you know, to see what they do every day.
Yeah.
So he's kind of like the supervisor, so he kind of checks on other people's work, making sure that they did it right way. And it was really interesting just to see it from their perspective. They're not a huge fan of the contractors. So,
they are.
I don't know. Again, I'm not taking a side, but that's what he says. They're hard to work with.
Well, I get that. I will say, and I've talked to many locators, it's not so much the contractors that are difficult, because most contractors get plenty of good information on locate requests. They are in good communication. They can talk back and forth. But the locators who are working with those contractors who go radio silent, who don't answer the phone, really generic locator.
That's what he was referring to. It's like some of them are great, some of them can be really difficult to work with because the message always gets lost. Yeah. And then we have to figure it out. Yeah. You know, hey, we can't do our work if you know, like what we always talk about in every class is the access issue. Yeah. It's one of the biggest things. In fact, we went to construction site, houses. And there were a couple new houses that were being built, and he was showing me high vegetation. Right, which is like it was insane. I was like, I mean, there's some type of high vegetation that he can mark to kind of give a direction. Hey, this is where the line is going. But then some of them were absurd. I was like, dude, it's like almost to my shoulder. Yeah. And it's like, if they don't answer, you know, we're gonna have to come on next day, or who knows. Yeah. So, but also I got to see MG. I know when I came here, I learned how you process a ticket and see it from the agent eyes, like the whole software, the geocall, sorry. And then I saw what they see on their side. Right. So the whole system, how do they get the notifications, how do they do the responses. So that was pretty cool to see the other side of the coin. And
you know what's left? You and your family need to buy a tree.
Oh yeah,
and call in a locate request and have them come out and mark your yard and put down a point, put down that
one radius.
Yeah, there you go. Look at that. You're a pro. You're a pro.
Still remember.
Yeah, like that's the thing. Let me know when you're going to do that. And
no, it's funny. I mean, just some of these things that we always talk about. You have to actually do it to learn it. Yeah. Sometimes you can read as much as you want, and they can tell you, explain to you much, but when you see it with your own eyes, like, oh, it makes completely sense. Yeah. And it's easy to understand for the most part.
I mean, once people really just break it down and not try to get so caught up in the legality and the responsibility, and then you just go, oh, I'm trying to communicate to locators where I'm digging. And they're going to come out and mark where the lines are, and then I dig safely around it. If you understand those three things, you're off to a good start with the process. It's just that the communication is so important, and there's a lot of people who call in a locator request, and they're like, okay, green light, I can go dig now. The world knows I'm digging. Well, it's so much more than that. We not only need to know you're digging, but we need to know where you're digging so we can help you stay safe. So we're getting there. I think a couple things about ticket trends and use. One, we've seen an uptick in Spanish call.
Locate requests. That was because of us. Yeah. I just got here and
it just went up like 20-something%. So I'm glad to see that you have that influence.
So somehow I started listening to me and those are 300 workers from McKee.
McKee's calling them all in. So thank you, McKee. Then also, what we're also seeing is this increase overall. We did 20% more tickets in June of this year than we did in July of this year than we did in July of last year.
Just general tickets.
Yeah, just all tickets.
Oh, wow.
Like 22% 2% more than last year. So things are taking off. A lot of good activity out there. Tickets are being processed with great efficiency by our staff. So I'm really proud of OK1 and all the things we're doing. But for us to be proud of us, we have to have the excavators calling us and putting in those OK.
And that's a result of what we're doing, pretty much. When we see the number of tickets being high, it's we're doing a good work.
Yeah, it means that the excavators aren't on hold too long. They're all learning how to do the website and put in tickets that way. It's becoming easier because we're educating and training them the right way to put in locates. And all that just comes together. It just means faster, efficient, more.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, so it means really more. Cool. Yeah, it does. So thank you to the excavators who've been listening and making the process better. And I'm really excited about those stats. It shows a lot of work by the whole company as well as our excavators out there.
No, yeah, I mean, again, it's like hopefully we can double them. Or spike them to the roof with Spanish and everything included.
Exactly. So we're looking forward for the rest of the year, and we'll definitely keep all your listeners updated on how that goes. I can't wait to brag on what a great year 2025 has been.
Before you break ground, know what's underground. Whether you're new to the industry or just need a refresher, OKI 811 certification training has you covered. Get trained online at your own pace, or join us in person for hands-on learning that makes a difference. From safe digging laws to real-world locate scenarios, our courses help protect lives, property, and the infrastructure that keeps Oklahoma moving. Designed for excavators, contractors, and utility pros like you. Sign up today at oki811.org/training. Safe digging starts here.
Let's wrap this up. Let's go in for our landing here. So we've pretty much did a whole bunch of promotion. I'm really glad to hear that the ride along with USIC went so
and again, thank you to Irvin from USIC.
Yeah.
Thank you, Irvin, for that ride. It was pretty cool. Really nice guy. I told him to, I was going to send our information about the safety day so he can spread it out.
Very cool.
Yeah, so that'll be nice.
And then I know you have a little bit of video and stuff, so you might be able to.
I'm trying to put like a little. I have like a different. I can make like 3 episodes of him in different sites. So I'm trying to put one together real quick, kind of make it fun, and just kind of him showing what he does on a day to day.
Oh, very cool. Yeah. All right. So for our listeners that have stuck with us through this time while Luis was getting started, and I know, like I said, this is probably our shortest podcast in a while, but we've kind of been in a lull getting ready for what's coming up next. But please, if you made it this far, email us, look for opportunities to partner with us. And if you even want to start talking about next year, we got things on our calendar ready to go. So we'd love to hear from you. Any last words before we sign off today?
We have the wrong microphones.
Oh, man, we did.
This is mine.
And we didn't have a mug today. Yeah. We jumped in here.
Yeah, it's been, when was the last time we did one? It was like 2 weeks ago, right?
Yeah.
We've been busy.
Man, okay, yeah, we just jumped in here, but good point.
This is actually my mic.
Yeah.
This is his.
Yeah, just for the record. We'll fix that for next time. For all of our listeners, we do thank you for tuning in each time we throw out one of these podcasts. If you haven't already, please follow, like, subscribe, share, all those things so we can get this impact even more out into the community. And thank you for everything you do to keep Oklahoma safe. Until next time, see ya.